to be happy in a million ways. For the holidays you can't beat home, sweet home. For the holidays you can't beat home, sweet home.
And what a home we have, dear listeners. Sweet Bravo, beautiful, serene, and glowing a faint green in accordance with the festive season. Soon all the sweet little boys and girls will be dreaming of Clenty Wood and his bag of reasonably priced goods for those handsome children who behaved themselves this year and shunned the Red Star. And now the news. Trade relationships between our beloved Bravo and the greater Lonestar have soured in recent weeks, severely impacting the trade ties our citizens have established with outside merchants. It seems rumors of bandits, revolts, and worst of all, abolitionists, have scared off caravan drivers who would have otherwise stopped in our fine little town. Our roving reporter managed to catch up with one of the cowardly cads. Here's what he had to say.
Sir, why ain't you trading with Bravo? Ain't our brass good enough for you?
Well, pink demon woman, it ain't that I'm passing up the brass as much as I'm looking out for my own keister. Now, some folks might call me yeller, but with all them dangers you got in your town, it ain't worth the risk. Not unless they got someone like them Buford T. Bullwhip and his Crooked Creek boys watching the road.
You heard it here first, folks. Unsafe roads. I sure hope that our dirtbag downtown friend starts starving to death from lack of trade so the rest of us can have our town back. One could only hope. Speaking of which, here's a word from one of our sponsors.
Hey there, entrepreneurs. Looking for new horizons and expanded business opportunities in the Lonestar? Foss of Foss's Fancy Blueprints would like to learn the advanced secrets of your profession and is willing to engage in some serious bankrolling to become your new apprentice. Foss has a cornered market on Prince and Bravo and has a new design for our economic future. So remember, entrepreneurs, Foss of the McBride Militia wants to learn from you. Many more!
Welcome back, folks. The chilly and bitter winds of winter have set upon us, so you know what that means. Election season. To find out which of Bravo's patriotic citizens you ought to be voting for, we sent our roving reporter down to the trenches for our election special. Let's hear your report, Butterbuns.
Thanks, mister. For my investigative report, I decided to take a stroll downtown. Even with that smell that attracts all them Zed and Raiders, yours truly remained ready to interview any and every candidate I could find. While a lot of them were all bright-eyed and glad-handed like the best of them, I noticed a few didn't even have no political platform. Some of them talked about eating their constituents, and worst of all, one of them even mentioned taxes. Here's my suggestion if you ain't planning on selling your vote to a fancy businessman like you really should. If my interviews and their voting records have anything to say, it's that downtowner candidates will destroy our beloved traditions and turn us over to General Mustang faster than you can say communist plot. Vote for people like you. Vote for Just Joan.
Well, I certainly know which name I'll be marking on the ballot from my illiterate friends, and those who let me pay them. On to more news. It seems radiation is everywhere this season, folks, whether it's the mysterious hooded figures dragging glowing rocks to the center of town, strange traps in the outlands, or the work of Aggieland. Bravo is simply awash in radiation, and some are saying it's starting to have an effect on the local area. Is radiation going to help, as the Darwinists claim? Or will the entirety of Bravo become twisted and horrific like a retrograde's backside? Well, I'll tell you this, folks. I'm no Darwinist. My mama raised me to worship Frank, Sammy, and Dean like any good boy should. Perhaps a little music will scare those awful rads away.
I found my two blue orchids, my beautiful blue orchids last night. I what a sweet surprise. 'Cause when you looked at me, it was plain to see blue orchids only bloom